The European Union is to blame for the deadlock in post-Brexit trade talks with Britain, according to a new poll. Express readers voted in our poll on who is to blame for the stalemate in negotiations between the UK and Brussels. A huge 62% of respondents said the EU, while 29% pointed to the bloc's chief negotiator Michel Barnier. Some 7% hold the UK responsible and 2% said another EU member state. The options of Boris Johnson's Europe advisor David Frost, "No one and don't know," received 0%. Commenting on the poll, one reader blasted, "EU intransigence led to UK leaving. Could not make them change as a member. So why imagine they would be any more willing to change now that the UK is no longer a member? Negotiations are a waste of time. Walking away and leaving them hanging is the sensible thing to do." Another fumed, "It may well be the core of the EU leadership, but Mr. Barnier is the face, so he has to get his share of the blame. He stopped negotiating and went to demanding, it's over. Shut it down and walk out the door." A third commented, "The word no must not translate well in the EU. Of course nobody has dared to say no before." Another said, "EU and Barnier are refusing to move but blaming the UK." A fifth added, "EU always blame someone else, it's what they do. They cause all these problems with their demands and threats, slow tactics in getting anything done, pontificating, thinking up new things to demand of Britain. They do not understand we are only asking for something they have given to all countries they trade with, an FTA. Nothing more, nothing less. EU is at fault for how things have turned out. Britain has not threatened EU nor insulted, but they have always threatened us." But another insisted, "I believe Boris is to blame. He should have walked at the end of July. I am worrying he will sell out Britain's sovereignty to get a deal." And one more hit out, "I actually blame the UK for wasting time. The EU are as stubborn as a mule and practically impossible to deal with. We should walk away then talk." Our poll comes as post-Brexit trade talks between the UK and the EU are at a standoff following the latest round, which ended on Friday. Mr. Barnier warned that reaching a deal seems unlikely at this stage. He said, "Too often this week it felt as if we were going backwards more than forwards."